Hi, my name is Paige Clements, and I'm here to answer questions about vocal production.
Hi, Paige. I'm here to ask you some questions about
Great.
vocal production. What would you say distinguishes your teaching style?
My teaching style may be a little bit different from other teachers in that I try to cover all kinds of modalities. I teach a little bit of a lot of different well-known vocal styles and then some of my own technique.
Great. And this is once a week class?
It's once a week,
Yeah.
every Thursday night for 2 hours. And basically, actors and public speakers can think of this class as a workout place for the voice. It's a gym of sorts.
And what would what would happen in a typical class?
Basically, in the first hour, or even less than an hour, we do a group warm-up. And so I take everyone through a basic body, voice, text, loosening up, getting in touch with a lot of different areas that the class focuses on. And then the second hour is individual reading up in front of the group, not to perform, but to learn, as I stop and start them if they're reading something, what the voice is doing in the moment, what's happening. Because really I believe in strengthening the awareness of their voice, so they know their own voice. Not that they're just thinking about projection, but that we're looking at all the departments, and my giving them feedback and notes quickly can help them have an education about themselves.
If I'm an actor who primarily is going out for theater and film, would this class also still be helpful for me?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because basically not only are we trying to learn about breath and volume levels, but it's also spatial awareness. So if there's a close-up for the camera, or it's full-on theater with 1,000 seats, you have to know how to handle your voice, and sometimes quickly, to know how to adjust. Also, not only because of the camera close-up or a big theater, but also emotionally. If it's an intimate moment or a huge moment, we have to know what we're doing so it's real, and yet it's still heard by everybody.
I know some actors find when they get nervous or fear moves in, their voice contracts. Is that something that's addressed?
It's
nerves
a massive
and fear?
part of what we do. So that breath control is ongoing. I really work very heavily with the body connection and knowing what does that actually mean. Because if the emotions start happening, or they're self-conscious or very fearful of voice, they often disconnect from their bodies and the throat takes over. So we work on how we need to find the voice in the body. A lot of teachers or directors or casting people will say, your voice needs to drop in. And what they mean is exactly that. How do we take care of it so we don't lose it? So you're not gripping, you're not tightening, swallowing, clamping down, any of those terms. We need to know how to deal with problems as they occur.
Great. Once I've taken the class, would I learn how to warm up on my own?
Absolutely. I really do repeat the warm-up and give everybody a full understanding of not just spouting out immense terms, but what is the body doing constantly? And by repeating every week over 2-3 months or however long they want to be in the class, they learn, oh, this has to be done more than just once a week. And if they can formulate a warm-up that works into their lives in any kind of consistent level, they will notice changes. Once a week cramming it in doesn't serve anybody.
And finally, is there anything that you want a potential student to know? Why is voice important?
Voice is important because if you're an actor, first of all, if you're dealing with your emotions, behavior, relationships, that's wonderful. We can see that happening, we can feel it happening, but if you can't be heard and understood, the story is not being told. And the career is about that. It's about showing up in every way that you need to show up. Of course you have a brain, you want to have this intelligence to your work, but it's not just for actors, it's also about public speaking, and there's a lot of fear involved in that. So I think finding your authentic voice, using it for whatever it is you want to use it for, whether it is an interview or it's even out on the town. How do you take care of your voice? How do you use it so your connection with people is always appropriately present? That's what I think the class is about.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.